The one thing that deters me from baking bread at home is the kneading part. Oh my goodness. I don't like it at all, okay? So imagine my excitement when I tried a lot of no knead bread recipes and this one hit. I'm a soft baby girl and I don't have the abasa. Yes, my upper arm is not that strong to knead bread. So come along and let's make this no knead sandwich bread or sugar bread if you're Ghanaian, that is. So let's get started. It's quite a simple recipe, okay? So in my bowl, I'm going to be adding some all-purpose flour. If you have bread flour, even better, okay? I'll also be adding some sugar and yeast. If you do not trust your yeast, bloom it first before making this recipe, okay? So I'll be making use of a fork. You can use whatever it is to mix up everything together and then you proceed, okay? So once that is well incorporated, I'm going to go in with the salt. Yes, when you're baking, don't skip on the salt, even if you're using salted butter most of the time. Okay. I'll be using margarine, but I'll still add a bit of salt in there. Once that goes in, I've melted some margarine, which I'll be adding into this dry ingredients. The thing is, when you melt butter or margarine, please make sure it cools down before adding it into your recipe. You don't want a situation whereby the yeast will get hit or will not bloom because of any hot ingredient. Okay, that's also room temperature egg, and then I'm going in with some warm milk. Put your finger into the milk to test whether it's okay to add. Okay, no hot ingredients, like I mentioned, or else you kill the yeast. I also added a splash of vanilla essence. So truthfully, I add vanilla essence to most of my baked goods because it's what helps you to like ascertain when the thing is baked, if that makes sense. You smell it when your baked good is almost ready. So yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. Whatever thing you're baking, once you add it in there and it starts to bake or is almost done, you can tell by the smell of it. Okay. So I've mixed it together smoothly, and then I'm going to be using this aluminium bowl. I have greased and floured it, and then I'm going to transfer my mixture in there. So this is a small quantity. Obviously, I'll leave the ingredients with the measurements in the description box. So if you want to replicate this, just multiply by 2 or 3 or 4, and then you're good to go. Okay. And also, this particular day when I was baking this day, the way it just stressed me. I use an electric oven, so it took quite some time to get this done. But anyway, we move. So I'll try to neaten this up a bit and then I'll leave this to prove or rise for about 30 minutes. That's because my yeast is very active. Okay. Check if it's 1 hour you want to leave it to do its own thing. That's fine. You know, the great thing about this recipe is also that the proving is only once. Most bread recipes require you to prove it 2 times, and this is not one of them. Okay. That's why I love it. If you're new here, hello, my name is Yasmi. This is my kitchen taste and bloom. Please consider subscribing and joining this amazing blooming family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch me. And also with this mixture, you can make it even more watery, but I didn't like it like that. So yeah, we moved on. Now my dough has risen nicely after 30 minutes. I'm going to give it an egg wash. You can use milk if you like, just to make sure the top browns when it's done. Yeah, that's the goal. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can omit it, but I don't know, it makes the bread more appealing, if that makes sense. My grandmother used to say that when the bread is not browned, it means it didn't cook well. So yeah, once you do this, you are rest assured that your bread is well done. At this point, obviously, your oven should be preheating. We are going to be baking this for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Once it's out, you're good to go. Okay. Forgive my shape, but let's move on. Okay. This is our bread. It's ready now. I'm going to allow it to cool down in the foil for about 5 minutes and then I'll take it out and allow it to cool down completely before I cut into it. So we are ready to check up on our bread. It's cooled down completely now. And here we go. It's so soft and fluffy, perfect for sandwiches, for your tea, beverages, porridges, whatever. And at least we know we didn't suffer with abasa or forearm to get this, okay? And bear in mind, I don't have a stand mixer. That is why I don't like the whole kneading bread thing, okay? I hope you are inspired to try this recipe. If you do, please let me know how it goes in the comment section. And also leave a comments down below. Let me know what you think about this recipe. Please give me a thumbs up on the video and also share on your way out. And until we see each other again in another video, please don't forget to keep blooming.